Hello students, good morning. Welcome to the English class. In our last two classes, we were discussing poems from grade 10 textbook. We also looked at some questions in SEE papers. Today too, we are going to look at the same reading text, that is poems, and we'll look at the questions of SEE 2074. हामीले अस्ति 2 दिन पोएमको बारेमा कुराकानी गर्यौं, त्यो पोएमको मिनिङको कुरा गर्यौं, त्यसबाट 2075 को एसईमा आएका क्वेशनहरुको पनि आन्सर लेख्ने प्रयास गर्यौं। आज चाहिँ फेरि म तपाईलाई त्यही पोएमहरुबाट 2074 को एसईमा आएको क्वेशनहरुको आन्सर कसरी लेख्ने भनेर बताइदिन्छु। तपाईले पनि सँगसँगै आन्सर खोज्नुहुन्छ। म तपाईलाई त्यो आन्सर त्यो पोएममा कसरी हो भनेर देखाइदिन्छु। त्यसले तपाईलाई त्यसको आन्सर लेख्न सहयोग पुग्छ। Now can you open your word question collection of SEE 2074? Look at the set RE101AC. Can you tell me what is the poem? Yes, it's I wandered lonely as a cloud. Look at the questions given. What type of questions are given there? They are answer the following questions. Means they are short answer questions. There are altogether 5 questions and each question carries 1 mark. First, look at question number A. What did the speaker see as he was wandering? यो question को answer poem को सुरुतिरै हुन्छ, किनभने question first हो। माथि poem मा हेर्नुस् first stanza मा I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. देख्नुभयो? तपाईको क्वेशनमा सी भनेको छ नि, त्यो चाहिँ कीवर्ड भयो। And if you look at the poem, you see the word saw in the third line. So the answer is around there. Answer त्यतैतिर छ। When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Answer त्यही हो। अब तपाईले पहिला क्वेशनबाट मिलाएर लेख्नुस्। द स्पीकर सी लाई स बनाउनुस्, अगाडि डिड छ। द स्पीकर स अ क्राउड अफ गोल्डन डैफोडिल्स, अ होस्ट अफ गोल्डन डैफोडिल्स, और गोल्डन डैफोडिल्स और डैफोडिल्स। अनि क्वेशनको बाँकी राख्दिनुस् एज ही वाज वन्डरिङ। मैले तपाईलाई आन्सरको डिफरेन्ट अप्सन्स भने है, फेरि सुन्नुस् है त। म पुरै आन्सर पटक पटक भन्छु। द स्पीकर saw a crowd of golden daffodils as he was wandering. The speaker saw a host of golden daffodils as he was wandering. Or the speaker saw daffodils as he was wandering. यो 3 वटा आन्सर मध्ये जुन चाहिँ लेखे पनि हुन्छ, बट द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट थिङ इज यु शुड नट मिस daffodils. तपाईले त्यो daffodils चाहिँ मिस गर्न भएन। द स्पीकर स daffodils as he was wandering लेखे भइहाल्छ। सबभन्दा सजिलो आन्सर पनि हुन्छ तपाईलाई त्यो। बुझ्नुभयो? नाउ लेट्स मुभ टु क्वेशन नम्बर बी। Where did the speaker see the daffodils? Again, the keyword is see, but the question is where. It's not what, but where. Means it's asking for place. अब यसले कुनै लोकेसन, कुनै प्लेस खोजेको हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा बुझ्नु पर्यो वेयर क्वेशनले। पोएमको 4th र 5th लाइन हेर्नुस् त। A host of golden daffodils beside the lake beneath the trees. Yes, the answer is beside the lake beneath the trees. अब तपाईले क्वेशनबाट आन्सर बनाउनुस्। द स्पीकर सी लाई स बनाउनुस्, अगाडि डिड छ। द स्पीकर saw the daffodils beside the lake beneath the trees. सार्नु भयो भने त्यति भए पनि पुग्छ। और तपाईले आफ्नै तरिकाबाट एउटा दुईटा वर्ड हटाएर अथवा थपेर पनि लेख्न सक्नुहुन्छ। आन्सर चाहिँ अर्को पनि हुन सक्छ। द स्पीकर saw the daffodils beside the lake and under the trees. तपाईले beneath लाई under बनाए पनि हुन्छ। त्यो दुईटा आन्सरलाई and ले जोडे पनि हुन्छ। Did you get my point? Number C. Whom did the daffodils defeat in the dance? Did you understand the question? यसमा चाहिँ त्यो ड्याफोडिलले डान्समा कसलाई हरायो भनेर सोधेको छ. ड्याफोडिलसँग को हार्यो भनेर सोधेको हो. Right? And for this question, look at the second stanza. माथिबाट पढ्छु, आन्सर आएपछि म रोकिन्छु है त. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. यो पछिल्लो दुईटा लाइन हेर्नुस् त. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee भनेको छ नि. Yes, the waves भन्नु पर्यो. आन्सर चाहिँ यसको waves हो. The daffodils defeat भनेको छ, अगाडि did छ, त्यसलाई past बनाउनुस्. The daffodils defeated the waves in the dance. बुझ्नु भयो? Now let's move to number D. Whose company is referred to as a Jokun company? Do you know the meaning of Jokun company? Jokun company means cheerful company. अघि मैले पढेको लाइन भन्दा अलिक तल हेर्नुस् त, दुई लाइन तल. A poet could not but be gay in such a Jokun company. Did you see the phrase Jokun company there? Yes. Who gave cheerful company to the poet? यसो भनेको. अब यसको आन्सर त daffodils भइहाल्यो. Jokun company refers to the company of daffodils भने पनि भयो. Or company of daffodils is referred to as a Jokun company भने पनि भयो. Whatever you write, but you should write the phrase company of daffodils there in that answer. Right. Now let's move on to number E. How does the speaker feel when he has the flash of the dancing daffodils? तपाईको पोएमको लास्ट स्टान्जामा हेर्नु त. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon the inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills. Did you see the phrase flash there? Flash भन्ने word देख्नुभयो. They flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills. How does the speaker feel then? The speaker feels happy. The speaker feels cheerful. The speaker feels pleasure. के लेख्नुहुन्छ? Whatever you write, either pleasure or happy or cheerful, all are correct. How do you write the answer then? अब question बाट बनाउनुस्. The speaker feels बनाउनुस्, अगाडि dot छ. The speaker feels happy when he has the flash of the dancing daffodils. The speaker feels cheerful when he has the flash of the dancing daffodils. The speaker feels pleasure when he has the flash of the dancing daffodils. There are multiple answers. You should not miss pleasure, happy or cheerful. Did you get my point? Yes. These are the answers to these questions. Now let's move on to the next set, HRE101BC. What does it say? Read the part of the poem and do the tasks that follow. And what is the poem? Did I miss anything? Can you look at the questions? What does the question say? Match the first halves of the sentences in group A with their appropriate endings in group B. Look at the questions. Have we already done this? हामीले यो गरिसकेका छौं? Yes. On the second day, while I was discussing this poem, the same questions were there. And I told you the answers. Can I just repeat it quickly? And you also try this. When they realize the absence means the teacher and other students in the class. The word there refers to them. Nothing. When we realized you weren't here, we sat with our hands folded on our desks in silence for the full 2 hours. What were they doing when they realized the absence? They sat doing nothing. It's in third I in group B. Did you see there? We sat with our hands folded on our desks in silence for the full 2 hours means they sat doing nothing. So third I is the correct answer for that. Number B. The exam carried. Now can you look at the word exam there in the poem? Yes, it's in the fourth line. Everything I gave an exam worth 40% of the grade. Exam worth 40% of the grade means the exam carried how much? 40%. Do you see 40% in the options in group B? Yes, it's in IV. Look at there. The exam carried 40% of the grade. Good. Now look at number C, the given homework. And can you look at the poem? Just below that line, 40%, and assigned some reading due today. Do you see the sentence there? And assigned some reading due today means the given task, the given work, the given homework. Then what will be the ending for this? Yes, it's in number I, is due today. So that is the correct ending for that sentence. Now let's go to number D. The activities performed in the class. Now look at the next stanza in your poem. Shall I read? Nothing. None of the content of this course has value or meaning. Take as many days off as you like. Any activities we undertake as a class, I assure you will not matter either to you or me and are without purpose. Do you see the phrase there, are without purpose? That phrase, are without purpose, refers to the activities. Now, what is the correct ending for this? The activities performed in the class are without purpose. Where is that ending? It's in VI. Are without purpose is the correct ending for number D. Now look at number E, the content of the course. It's there in the first line in the stanza that I read just before. Nothing. None of the content of this course has value or meaning. The sentence is negative, right? None of the content of this course has value or meaning. Now if you start with the content, then the negative part goes to the ending. The content of the course has no value, is valueless. Can you look at the ending in group B? Which will be the correct ending for that? Yes, it's in V, is valueless. The content of the course is valueless. It's V. If you can do these things, then you will be able to answer other questions from this poem as well. Now let's move on to the next set, RE101CC. Did you find? Yes. What is the poem? The Chimney Sweeper. Do you remember? We were discussing of this poem in yesterday's class. And what are the questions? Yes, they are multiple choice questions. These type of questions are easier than short answer question, right? Because in this type of question, you just need to write the correct answer. Number A. When the speaker's mother, and there is the blank there, he was sold. And what are the options? Eloped, passed away, was young. What does the poem say? Can you look at the first line? When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me while ate my tongue. The answer is there. When the speaker's mother eloped, passed away, or was young. Which one is the correct answer? In the poem, you see the word died there, but here in the option, passed away is written. So, passed away means died. The correct answer for this is number second I, passed away. I read the sentence with the answer now. When the speaker's mother passed away, he was sold. In your examination, you just copy this line. When the speaker's mother, he was sold. And then you write the correct answer, second I, passed away. Did you get my point? Number B. The speaker could hardly when he was sold. The blank is there between hardly and when. And the options are cry, mind, sweep. Can you look at the poem? In the third line, could scarcely cry. And in your question, the word hardly is used, and in the poem, the word scarcely is used. This is called paraphrasing. मैले तपाईलाई पटक पटक भनेको छु नि paraphrasing भनेर. क्वेशनमा पोएमको ट्याक्कै वर्डहरु राखेको हुँदैन. त्यो राख्यो भने त कम्प्रिहेन्सन पनि टेस्ट भएन तपाईको. यहाँ scarcely छ, त्यहाँ hardly छ. Yes, scarcely and hardly are the similar words. They have the same meaning. And what will be the answer then? Cry, mind, sweep. The word cry is there in the poem. Scarcely cry means hardly cry. Cry is the correct answer. The speaker could hardly cry when he was sold. Now let's move on to number C. Tom wept because his head was curled, spoiled, saved. Now, can you look at the fifth line of the poem? There's little Tom Dacre who cried when his head that curled like a lamb's back was saved. What was saved? Why did he weep? Because his head was saved. The same question can be asked in short answer question as well. We did that question yesterday. Do you remember? Now, Tom wept because his head was curled, spoiled, saved. Saved is given in the poem when his head was saved. So saved is the correct answer. Number D. The speaker means the speaker in the poem. The blank is there. The speaker, Tom, when his head turned bald. Scolded, consoled, and insulted. What is there in the poem? Poem ma ke cha hernuस् ta? Tom, never mind it. For when your head's bare, you know that the soot cannot spoil your white hair. So what is the word? Yes, consoled. I used this word consoled while I was describing the meaning of the poem yesterday. You were saying, never mind it. For when your hair's bare, you know that the soot cannot spoil your white hair. Never mind phrase is used there, and it is not used for scolding. It is not used for insulting. It is used for consoled. So consoled is the correct answer. Now let's move on to number E. Tom, a sight of the sweeper locked up in black coffin. Tom saw a sight, visualized a sight, or dreamt of a sight. What do you think? He saw, or he visualized, or he dreamt of. Can you look at the last 4 lines of the poem? And so he was quiet, and that very night, as Tom was sleeping, he had such a sight. He was in a sleep, he was sleeping, and he had such a sight means, did he see, or did he visualize, or did he dream? Can you think of the answer? Yes, while sleeping, he dreamt. So, he dreamt of. The last option is the correct answer. It's also difficult for you because the word is not there in the poem. He was sleeping and he had a sight means he dreamt of. That is all about this set. Now, let's move on to the next set. It's RE101 DC. And what is the poem? It's past and present. And what are the questions? Can you look at the questions? What does it say? Yes. Complete the following sentences with suitable words or phrases from the poem. In the instruction, you are asked to write either words or phrases. When you are asked to write words/phrases, means in some of the blanks you are not going to use a single word. You need to use phrases sometimes. Look at number A. The speaker vividly, and the blank is there, the house he was born in. Can you look at the poem in the first two lines? I remember the house where I was born. What is the phrase missing there? What is the word missing there? Yes, it's the word remember. You need to write this sentence in this way. The speaker vividly remembers the house he was born in. You should write the word remember in present singular form. Means you have to keep yes there. Because the subject of the sentence is singular and it's in present tense. So you need to add yes to the end of the verb remember. And the sentence will be like, the speaker vividly remembers the house he was born in. Now, let's look at B. What is that? The blank is at the beginning. Rose and set just on time. What did rise and set just on time in the poem? If you look at the third, fourth and fifth line, the little window where the sun, see, the sun there came peeping in at morn, he never came back a wink too soon, nor brought too long a day. He never came back a wink too soon, nor brought too long a day. So what does the word he here refers to? It's in the third line, it's the sun. So the sun is the correct answer and you need to write there. The sun rose and set just on time. Now let's move on to question number C. The poet recalls that, and then the blank is there, were red and white. What were red and white in the poem? Can you look for the phrase red and white in the poem? Then you will be able to find the answer. Let's see. In the second stanza, I remember the roses red and white. What are red and white? The roses. The poet recalls that the roses were red and white. The roses is the correct answer. If you write only roses, it's okay. तपाईले roses मात्रै लेख्नु भयो भने पनि मिल्छ. The poet recalls that the roses were red and white is the correct answer. Number D. The blank is at the beginning. Built its nest in the lilacs. What built its nest in the lilacs? Can you look for the word built in the poem? Yes. The lilacs where Robin built. Do you see the word built there? What is before built? Built भन्दा अगाडि के छ? Robin. It's a type of bird. The bird built its nest. So you write the word Robin there. Robin built its nest in the lilacs. Okay. Number E. The lilac tree is still by the house. What was still by the house in the poem? The tree is living it. Can you look at the last line of the poem given in that question set? The tree is living it. And the word it is used in the poem, but in question, still is used. The lilac tree is still by the house. What is the tree still doing there? It's still living. Living is the correct answer. The lilac tree is still living by the house. When you do this type of fill in the gaps questions in your examination, you write the answer and you underline the answer. Fill in the gaps मा चाहिँ तपाईले gap fill गरिएर जुन phrase अथवा word लेख्नु भएको छ त्यो वर्डहरुलाई चाहिँ underline गरिदिनु पर्छ. Okay. This is all about the poems, means reading text 1. We discussed 5 poems. We tried to solve the questions from 2075 and 2074 SEE. We did different types of questions. Now, I hope that you will be able to answer any questions from these poems in your examination. हामीले यति पोएमको बारेमा डिस्कसन, यति क्वेसन आन्सर गरिसकेपछि पक्कै पनि तपाईलाई केही थप नलेज भयो होला। यस्तै क्वेसनहरू आउँछ पोएममा, कहिलेकाहीँ फिल इन द ग्याप्समा दिएकै कुरा पनि सर्ट आन्सर क्वेसनमा सोध्न मिल्छ। तपाईले त्यो पोएमको मिनिङ चाहिँ सम्झेर बस्नु पर्यो, अनि जस्तो क्वेसन आयो भने पनि तपाईले आन्सर लेख्न सक्नुहुन्छ। This is all about reading text 1. We have finished reading text 1. Let's start reading text 2. Do you know anything about reading text 2? Yes, the reading text 2 in your examination is also from grade 10 textbook. And reading text 2 is usually other than the poem. Reading text 2 मा चाहिँ poem भन्दा बाहेकको अर्को reading text सोधिरहेको हुन्छ। Sometimes only a part of a text is given. Most of the times. धेरै जसो चाहिँ तपाईको ग्रेड 10 टेक्स्ट बुकमा दिएको अरु रिडिङ टेक्स्ट छ नि पोएम भन्दा बाहेकको, हो त्यो अरु रिडिङ टेक्स्टको एउटा टुक्रा निकालेर राखिदिएको हुन्छ। And in reading text 2, there are generally two types of questions asked. I was talking about different types of questions. मैले पहिले पनि तपाईलाई क्वेशनको प्रकारहरू भनेको थिएँ नि रिडिङमा सोध्ने। The most frequent one is short answer questions. Next type of question is multiple choice question, fill in the gaps question, matching questions, ordering or sequencing questions, and true false questions. Reading text 2 ma pani we are looking at the questions that are asked in SE examination, and I will teach you how to write the answer of different questions from the passages, and then you will be able to answer the questions. मैले भनेको कुरा बुझ्नुभयो? यो रिडिङ टेक्स्ट 2 मा पनि म तपाईहरुलाई त्यो प्यासेजबाट आउने क्वेशनहरुको आन्सर कसरी खोज्ने, त्यसलाई कसरी लेख्ने भनेर सिकाउँछु। यसो गर्दा पनि हामी फेरि पनि क्वेशन सेटमै डिपेन्ड भएर काम गर्छौं है। तपाईसँग वर्ल्ड क्वेशन कलेक्सनको सेट चाहिँ हुनु पर्यो, अनि म त्यहाँ तपाईलाई कुनै प्यासेजको क्वेशनको आन्सर खोज्ने लेख्ने तरिका सिकाउँछु। Okay, let's start from 2074. Can you open your world question set? It's RE101AC. And can you look at question number 2? तपाईं question number 2 मा हेर्नुस् त। What is the text? Do you remember the text? You don't need to remember. तपाईले यो टेक्स्ट कहाँबाट हो भनेर जान्नु चाहिँ पर्दैन, right? किनभने टेक्स्ट यही दिएको हुन्छ। So let's see. Read the text and do the tasks. तपाईलाई यसले टेक्स्ट पढेर त्यहाँको क्वेशनको आन्सर लेख्नु भन्छ। This reading text is from unit 11 and it's on page number 120, right? Only a part is given. If you have your question set, it's okay. If you don't have, then you can look at the textbook as well. It's on page number 120. When we reached the place, the last paragraph, when we reached the place, I got out of the car. Do you see there? You can look at the text in your textbook, or it's better to have the old question set. Now look at the questions. How many types of questions are asked there? Yes, there are two types. One is true false and another is answer the following questions. Let's see the true false questions first. The narrator went to meet his daughter's friend alone in the car. Narrator means the speaker. Who is I in this text? Can you look at the first line? When we reached the place, I got out of the car and walked around. When we reached the place means how many people were there? It's not only one, right? एकजना मात्रै चाहिँ होइन, because we has been used there. And I is also there, so I is the narrator. The statement says the narrator went to meet his daughter's friend alone in the car. Means was he alone or was he accompanied by his daughter? The word is we, means the narrator was not alone. So what is this statement? Is it true or false? Yes, it's false. Number B. He was looking for a boy of 13. Means the narrator was looking for a boy of 13. Was the narrator looking for a boy of 13? Let's look at the second sentence in your text. There was no girl in sight. Means the speaker is saying that I did not see any girl. तो narratorले के भन्छ भने मैले कुनै केटी पनि देखिन त्यहाँ भन्छ. Means was he looking for a boy or a girl? He was looking for a girl. So is the statement true or false? Yes, the statement is false. Because the text says there was no girl in sight, but the statement says he was looking for a boy of 13. So it's not boy. The statement is false. Now let's look at C. Dhruva saw his daughter's girlfriend waiting outside the car. Do you see the word Dhruva there? Next day at lunchtime, I retold the whole event to my colleague Dhruva. The word Dhruva is there. Now can you look at further at the text? So you think that same bad guy was trying to approach your daughter? He smiled. Why are you laughing? Let me tell you why the girlfriend of your daughter didn't appear at the meeting place. It was because her mother came with her in a car before you reached there. The mother was watching if there was really a boy of 13. It means Dhruva didn't go there. The girl's mother went there, right? So the statement is false. It was not Dhruva who went there. Means अब ध्रुव भन्ने मान्छे त्यहाँ गएकै थिएन भनेपछि त उसले देख्यो भन्ने त भएन नि. True भएन नि. False. Okay, now let's look at number D. The girl's mother had come to the meeting place before they reached there. Can you look at the last paragraph in the text? त्यहाँ दिएको टेक्स्टको लास्ट प्याराग्राफमा हेर्नुस् त. What does it say? Let me tell you why the girlfriend of your daughter didn't appear at the meeting place. It was because her mother came with her in a car before you reached there. Do you see the phrase before you reached there? Now, what is the answer then? The girl's mother had come to the meeting place before they reached there. Yes. Before the writer and his daughter reached there, the girl's mother had already come there. So, this is true. And number E. What does it say? Dhruva was the narrator's friend. Narrator means the speaker. त्यो रिडिङ टेक्स्टमा आई भन्ने चाहिँ narrator हो. ध्रुव चाहिँ narratorको friend हो भन्छ यसले. Is it true or false? What do you think? तपाईले त्यहाँ दिएको सेकेन्ड प्याराग्राफमा हेर्नुस् त. Next day at lunch time, I retold the whole event to my colleague Dhruva. My colleague. Whose colleague? My colleague. My colleague means the narrator's colleague, the writer's colleague. Colleague means friend. My colleague Dhruva means, was Dhruva the narrator's friend? Yes. In your statement, the word friend is given, but in the text, colleague is given. Colleague is similar to friend. Friend means colleague. So this statement is true. Did you learn how to find out whether a statement is true or false? तपाईले ट्रू र फल्स कसरी खोज्ने भन्ने कुरा सिक्नुभयो. तपाईले ट्रू फल्स स्टेटमेन्टमा दिएको स्टेटमेन्ट माथि टेक्स्टमा खोज्ने. मिनिङ ठ्याक्कै एउटै छ भने ट्रू भयो, त्यसको मिनिङ फरक छ भने फल्स भयो. इट्स भेरी सिम्पल, बट यु हेभ टु रिड द टेक्स्ट. एन्ड व्हेन यु रिड द टेक्स्ट, तपाईले एउटा स्टेटमेन्टको लागि पुरै टेक्स्ट नपढ्ने. एउटा स्टेटमेन्टको लागि त्यसको आन्सर जहाँ छ त्यहीँ पढ्ने. त्योभन्दा पछाडिको स्टेटमेन्टका लागि त्योभन्दा पछाडि पढे भयो, त्योभन्दा अगाडि पढ्नु परेन. यस, that is the technique to do true false statements. Now, let's move on to the next type of questions. Answer the following questions. At B, what is the first question? What did the narrator see on the other side of the street? The key word in this question is see and on the other side of the street. Now look at the text for this phrase. अब तपाईले टेक्स्टमा यो फ्रेजहरु खोज्नुस्. If you look at the second line, some 100 meters away, a car with dark windows was parked on the other side of the road. यही हो नि त. उसले एउटा डार्क विन्डो भएको कार पार्क भएको देख्यो अन दी अदर साइड अफ द रोड भनेको छ नि हो आन्सर त्यही हो अब तपाईँले क्वेसनबाट मिलाएर लेख्नुहोस् What did the narrator see भन्छ अगाडि did छ तपाईले त्यो see लाई saw बनाउनु पर्यो The narrator saw a car with dark windows on the other side of the street अब तपाईले कहिलेकाहीँ पुरै सार्नुहुन्छ नि सेन्टेन्स पुरै सार्नुभयो भने तपाईको आन्सर आउन त आयो होला तर तपाईले some 100 meters away a car with dark windows was parked on the other side of the road भनेर फुल सेन्टेन्स लेख्नु भयो भने तपाईले नम्बर पाउनुहुन्न तपाईलाई जति चाहिने हो त्यति लेख्नु पर्यो The narrator saw a car with dark windows on the other side of the street A car with dark windows चाहिँ त्यसको करेक्ट आन्सर हो त्यति लेख्नु पर्यो अनि क्वेशनबाट मिलाएर लेख्नु पर्छ Now let's move on to the next question How long did they wait for the girl? How long did they means the narrator and his daughter. How long did they wait for the girl? अब तपाईले यो क्वेशनको आन्सर अघि भेटेको आन्सर भन्दा माथि खोज्नु परेन त्यो भन्दा तल खोज्नु पर्छ On the nearby playground, some boys were playing cricket and a couple of cows were munching dried hay. I looked at my watch and started pacing up and down the road. I looked at the car and started walking again. The car started and sped away. I again consulted my watch. 10 minutes up. No sign of any girl. Do you see the time there? Yes, it's 10 minutes. How do you write the answer then? अब आन्सर कसरी लेख्नु पर्यो पहिले क्वेशनबाट बनाउनुस् How long did they wait for the girl भनेको छ The subject is they waited बनाउनुस् past अगाडि did छ They waited for 10 minutes for the girl यति लेखेपछि आन्सर पुग्यो Or sometimes तपाईले कहिलेकाहीँ they waited for 10 minutes मात्रै लेख्नु भयो भने नि मार्क्स पाउनुहुन्छ Now let's look at number C. Who, according to Dhurva, were in the other car? Who is Dhurva? Dhurva is the narrator's friend, the speaker's friend, right? What was he saying? Who, according to Dhurva, were in the other car? भनेको ध्रुवको अनुसार चाहिँ अर्को कारमा को थियो भन्छ यसले. And if you look at the last paragraph, let me tell you why the girlfriend of your daughter didn't appear at the meeting place. It was because her mother came with her in a car. According to Dhurva, the girl and her mother were in the car. Now let's go to number D. Why didn't the woman leave her daughter out of the car? The phrase the woman refers to her mother. यहाँ भनेको womanले चाहिँ त्यो her mother भन्ने phrase छ नि त्यसलाई रेफर गर्छ है Why didn't the woman leave her daughter out of the car? त्यो womanले उसको छोरीलाई कारबाट बाहिर किन छोडेन भनेर सोधेको राइट अब किन छोडेन भन्ने क्वेशनको आन्सर चाहिँ तपाईले बिकजमा लेख्नु पर्छ है त The mother was watching if there was really a boy of 13 but all she could see was an old man with a big stomach and a bald head lurking around the meeting place यही छ आन्सर अब त्यो सबै सेन्टेन्स लेखेर त भएन त्यसलाई तपाईले मिलाएर लेख्नु पर्यो The woman didn't leave her daughter out of the car because she saw an old man यति लेख्यो भने पुगिहाल्यो नम्बर E Describe the physique of the narrator. Physique means physical features. How was the narrator? Aglo थियो, hocho थियो, budo थियो. Yes, that means physique. Now you are going to describe the narrator. Who was the narrator? If you look at the last paragraph in the third last line, पछाडीबाट गन्दाखेरि माथि third last line मा हेर्नुस् त अघि भनेकै सेन्टेन्स मा But all she could see was an old man with a big stomach and a bald head. Old, big stomach, bald head. यति लेख्नु पर्यो अब तपाईले मिलाएर लेख्नु पर्यो The narrator was old, he had a big stomach and he had a bald head. यति लेखे पुगिहाल्यो कुरा बुझ्नु भयो तपाईले यति लेख्नु भयो भने आन्सर पुग्छ यो चाहिँ हामीले रिडिङ टेक्स्ट 2 तपाईको ग्रेड 10 टेक्स्ट बुकको पोएम भन्दा बाहेकका अरू प्यासेजहरू जे दिएको छ त्यहाँबाट गरिरहेको हो। अब तपाईले यसै गरी क्वेशनको आन्सर खोज्ने तरिका सिक्नुभयो भने अरू प्यासेजको आन्सर दिनलाई पनि काम लाग्छ। यही प्यासेजको यही क्वेशन आउँछ भन्ने त भएन, तर तपाईले यहाँ स्किल सिक्नुभयो भने क्वेशनको आन्सर कसरी खोज्ने रहेछ भनेर स्किल सिक्नुभयो भने चाहिँ त्यसले तपाईलाई सहयोग गर्छ। Did you learn any skill in this lesson? I think yes. I taught you to find out how to determine whether a statement is true or false. I told you how to write the answer to short answer questions. This much for today. आजलाई यति गरौँ। In our next class, अर्को क्लासमा पनि we'll continue reading text 2. हामी अर्को क्लासमा पनि रिडिङ टेक्स्ट 2 लाई कन्टिन्यू गर्छौं अनि पुरानो क्वेशनमा आएको रिडिङ टेक्स्ट 2 लाई हेर्दै त्यसको क्वेशन आन्सर गर्न सिक्छौं।